What's your name, mister? What's your name? Your name is Henry.
Henry was born with congenital limb difference. His arm is cut off at the elbow and his legs are cut off at the knees. But as you're about to see, that has not stopped this 4-year-old one bit. He was adopted, and we're going to talk to his mother, Rachel, who is probably one of the most cool and tolerant people in the world. You'd almost think she was a social worker herself, which, ding, she is. It takes a special kind of person to want to bring in 7 kids into your home, and I can't even take care of myself. I'm not kidding. So we're going to get into the Zoom universe right now and see what life's like in Henry's world.
Hi! What are you doing there? Are you in your house?
I am at my house. Are you at your house?
Yeah, this is my house.
The reason Chive Charities exists is to help what we call the orphan causes of the world. People who are kind of outliers with their medical conditions, and because of that, insurance doesn't know what to do with them. They don't know what to make of them. They can't put them into a category. So that means Henry is not getting the help that he needs because his condition is so rare.
Yeah, but he does not check the right boxes, so they just kind of let him fall through a crack rather than making a box.
Can you see my chair?
I would love to see your chair. Can you show it to me?
He got it last summer, but he didn't really have space to use it. This room had carpet, and we put hardwood in here, so he likes to use his chair. He's getting better about turning, and he can reach things easier when he's in his chair. He isn't so low, and since we haven't had any luck getting prosthetics that really work for him yet, this is his only option to get up higher.
Now, a lot of people wouldn't know, but can you explain to people that basically Henry's growing so fast that by the time he gets approved by insurance for a fitting, gets the fitting, and gets the prosthetic limb, he's already outgrown it?
Actually, just heard from our prosthetics guy today, and it took 8 months to get approved for a new fitting, and he said all the casts that he took are no longer good, so we need to go get more casts taken so he can look at start making a different prosthetic. Nothing he's made so far has worked.
I've always been curious, what does a prosthetic cost?
About $25,000 for a pair.
And a pair that he would presumably keep outgrowing.
Yes. So right now he uses liners, just silicone liners when he goes to school, so he can play like in the mulch and not hurt his legs. We go through probably 4 sets a year of different sizes. Potentially he would need 4 sets of prosthetics a year, but when it takes 8 months to get approval.
Yes, and 4 sets of limbs is a Bentley.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Especially with a growing boy. Now, can you talk a little about some of the things that Chive Charities is helping you out with?
So we have hard floors in here, and then it goes to tile, and then we have nothing right now. So
You have no floor.
yes, right now it's just subfloor.
And the Chivers are going to make sure that a floor magically appears in that space.
We really appreciate it. And then here we go up to hardwood again. So he had this big space that was just covered in carpet, and he would just get stuck right there. So I just ripped it up.
And the pig.
You painted?
Yeah.
One of the things that struck me when we were going through the review process was that Henry was so adamant about doing everything himself and being independent that he was using his head to get up on the toilet.
Yes, he does. He has a little pickup truck, and he uses it as his own little device to help him get up on things. Can you hop up on the toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
I want to do it all the time.
Mm-hmm. So he wheels his little truck into the bathroom, and then he uses that as a step and uses his face to get up so he can go potty because he wants to do it by himself. Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, he usually doesn't have his pants on. Good job, buddy.
And so the Chivers are going to be able to get him a bidet, and we're gonna put steps instead of a truck.
Yes. So here's his truck. You want to show him how you hop in the shower? I won't turn the water on.
You see Henry, and what he's been able to do is so little, and he's thriving. It really puts everything into perspective.
Whenever he finds something that gives him more freedom, he's always so excited. Like at school, they have little steps up to a little sink, and that was his favorite thing at school the first day, that he could wash his own arms.
I thought that was my favorite thing that I read about the review, was that the thing that Henry really wanted the most was a little mini sink so he could wash his hands himself.
Okay. Good job, baby. You want to show him how you get in your bed? He got a new bed for his birthday, and he's so excited. It's a bunk bed he can actually get up in, and then he can slide down the other side.
I heard he's got new dance moves, and I want to see him.
Can you do some dancing?
I see that.
I've always said that the Chive Charities recipients always give us back more than we ever gave to them, and I think this is just a case in point. You know, Henry's going to inspire so many millions of people once they see his spirit and how he takes everything literally head on.
Yeah, and Henry has always figured out everything, like on time, the same as any other kid his age, and he's never got frustrated with physical therapy or OT or anything. He just figures it out and is happy to do it.
Do you have a message for the Chive community?
Just having you out there to help and be a support. When we got Henry, we knew that he would require extra. Yeah. And we figured that we would just plan ahead and get on top of all the insurance stuff and be prepared for that. But even doing that, we've still came up short many times. So having you guys be there to help fill that gap is really wonderful, and you're doing great things.
Most families, all that I talk to, they don't need everything, they just need a little bit of help. And in that little bit of help is everything, you know?
Yeah.
That's why at Chive Charities, we're not trying to be 50% happier, we're just trying to make the world 10% happier, because I think in that 10% is the difference.
I mean, for him, being able to go to the bathroom more easily, and that's gonna, like, right now he might not know how important that is, but a few years from now it's gonna really affect his self-esteem to need somebody to help him when he could do it himself. We just don't have the right things for him right now that can do that.
Well, if anyone in the world deserves to have a basic human need, taken care of, it's Henry. So we're gonna get his perfect little sink and his new toilet and a floor that he can do victory laps on all day. And I just can't tell you how proud we are to be able to support someone who's such a light like Henry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tribus.
By now, you're probably thinking, you know what? Chive Charities should set up a GoFundMe page for Henry and set the goal around $10,000 to provide Henry with that ADA accessible toilet he obviously needs. As well as his plastic dump truck has served him, it's time for an upgrade. Chivers, you know what to do.
That kid is amazing.
Good job, buddy.
I'm gonna go rethink my entire life now. Thank you.